All right, everybody, I promised a brand new DCU update on Shazam 2 and the reviews, and that's mainly what this video is going to focus on. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. YouTube loves that. It helps my channel grow. And if you haven't, subscribe and hit that notification bell, and you will be notified as I have new videos go up. So the early reactions of Shazam 2 have been revealed, and we're going to take a look at this article. But first, I wanted to kind of bring you guys to Rotten Tomatoes, and I want to show you what the first film scored. So over here, we're on Rotten Tomatoes, and you can see that Shazam, it's been 3 years, but it had a pretty high rating, 90%. You could tell that this was very much more like a Marvel film. It was very fun, and I've got to admit, I really enjoyed the first Shazam. I got to see it early, and I was convinced that this movie was going to make bank at the theater. But the fact that they had the headless cameo of Superman at the end turned a lot of fans off. A lot of fans. So that was really upsetting, considering this was supposed to be connected to the DCEU. Now, the audience score was a little lower, 82%. So you wonder, with James Gunn taking over, what people are going to think about these films. Now, this was not a James Gunn production. This was done before he came in. He really hasn't even been promoting this. He's been talking about The Flash. But let's see what the critics are saying about Shazam 2. So, Fury of the Gods is coming out, and it's not a DCU sequel. We don't know if it's a DCU sequel just yet. It is a DCEU sequel because the DCU has not started yet. And it says, although it is unknown if the Shazam franchise will still be connected to James Gunn's DC reboot, Warner Brothers is going all in for the upcoming sequel. It is advertising better. They're doing better advertising on it. There's been a lot of marketing on this, as they show here. But let's look at some of these results. And I'm going to talk about why I think this movie is going to do a little better than people think it's going to do. I don't think it's going to do well here in the States, but I am going to talk about where it is going to do extremely well. So Eric Eisenberg said, Shazam is a worthy sequel. It wins you over with its characters and energy. Shazam, Fury of the Gods is a super fun and worthy sequel. Not a game-changing comic book movie. The first one wasn't either. But it wins you over with its characters and energy. Has some real surprises and a knowing sensibility that suits it well. Plus some creative and exciting monster action. So Courtney Howard of Variety says, Shazam 2 packs a punch, describing it as a super solid, super fun, and super smart blend of hilarity, heart, and heroics. Going on, we have Black Girl Nerds founder Jamie Broadnax shared that Shazam 2 is infused with more action, compelling villains, and a complicated anti-hero. Shazam continues to lean into its silliness and immaturity in this sequel, which tells us this franchise will remain to keep these films funny, light, and slapstickish. The sequel comes with more action, compelling villains, and a complicated anti-hero. So here's what James Gunn had to say. He said it was a complete blast. I love it. It's a complete blast. Zachary Levi, David F. Sandberg, and Rachel Zegler, the whole crew killed it. Geeks of Color's Matt Fernandez said that Shazam 2 is electrifyingly entertaining adventure. Lots of folks know that Shazam is my second favorite superhero, and I'm a huge fan of the first film. I recently got to see the second one, and well, an electrifyingly entertaining adventure. And these all go on. I don't think there were any negative reviews. Some of them say few bright spots bogged down by final act muddy CGI battle. A good job of balancing a lot of heart. Great emotional beats, maintaining the childish joy and charm. So we'll see what happens when the full reviews come out next week, and I will be seeing this actually next Thursday night, and I will get my review up as soon as I get back. So the reviews are to be expected. My first thought was, they're just sucking up to James Gunn, because they're now in charge. But after seeing what they gave the first film, I think this is pretty much in line. Same director, same people. There's one actress that's not coming back, but everybody else is the same. And so it's to be expected. This is going to be a true sequel to the first one. And I want to clarify something in regards to the Wonder Woman. My last video talked about Wonder Woman actually, possibly being headless and then pulling another thing like they did with Henry Cavill. And that is not the case. This has been confirmed by multiple people now. And I am going to get into a spoiler here in a minute in regards to Wonder Woman. So if you don't want to be spoiled and you want to go see this movie, you're going to want to get off the video. But first, I want to talk about where this is going to do extremely well. One of the places that Black Adam did not get released was in China. And I don't know the reasonings behind that. I didn't look and see, but it's a big source of revenue when it comes to DC Comics, or, well, just movies in general, and they did not release the film there. That caused us to lose a lot of money on Black Adam. It would have done much better than it did. This film is going to be released in China, and this is why I think they brought Lucy Liu into the production in the first place, so that they would have a friendly reception in China, and that this would be able to be released there. And yet she is very well loved in China. So there's a reason why she was cast in this movie. It is to bring in the money from other countries. And we've been seeing this with studios and with sports for years, where they are catering to other countries for that money, not so much the fans here in America. So there's definitely monetary considerations when they cast people with these films. All right, so here, if you don't want to be spoiled at all, this is where you are going to want to get off the video. If you don't want to be spoiled with anything having to do with the ending of Shazam 2 and what is going to happen and how Wonder Woman is involved in this. All right, so what I'm about to talk about, I have confirmed through several different sources, and I wanted to make sure that this was true before I brought it to you. So, people are wondering, is Gal Gadot actually going to be in the movie? Yes, she is. She is in the film. And I do think they plan on keeping her as Wonder Woman. Everything I've read and seen suggests that she will probably be staying on. Otherwise, they would. At the same time, I don't think they could have changed the ending because of what happens. So we do know that Shazam is part of the gods, and so is Wonder Woman. She was born from the gods. Well, what we have here is there's going to be a scene at the end of the movie, well, not at the very end of the movie, but towards the end, where Shazam actually sacrifices himself in a very emotional part of the film. He is going to allow himself to be killed to save everybody else. And there is a funeral for him, and this is when Wonder Woman, well, not a funeral, kind of a burial for him, Wonder Woman shows up and actually uses the power of the gods to bring him back to life to be able to go save everybody and make things right. And so she is definitely going to be in the film. People don't have to worry about that. You are actually going to see her. And in fact, I don't remember who it was. One of the executive producers, it may have been Sandberg himself, actually came out last week and said, we had this headless Superman in the first film. This one's going to be a little different. Just envision that same type of thing, but with the actual actor there. And so I think that was the official confirmation that she was going to be in it. But now there's been more information coming out that Gal Gadot is definitely going to be in this film. So people can rest easy knowing she's in it and look forward to another cameo by one of the original cast members. Hopefully she carries over. I personally would like a full reboot, but we're going to take what we can get at this stage, and we're going to see where this all leads. But that's it. And then the next major release is going to be The Flash here in about 3 months or so. So we've got quite a bit coming up. I will be covering everything on my channel. So if you haven't already, please like the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you will be notified as I have new videos go up. All right, we will see you on the next video.